Hey guys, I wanted to bring you guys a quick video here of my updated classes since a lot of you guys have been asking for it. So I'll go ahead and go through those real quick, and they're pretty much the exact same as what I used to be running for my Honey Badger and my SD 2010. There's a couple minor changes, but the other ones are still definitely useful and viable. If those are what you guys want to use, go ahead and use those still. This is just what I've been using because I feel it fits a little bit more comfortably with my playstyle, which it might with you guys too, it might not. So here's just an idea. Do what you guys want, feel free to tweak it how you'd like. I'll go through all my classes again, tell you guys what I changed and stuff, and hopefully you guys can figure it out from there what you guys want to run. On my previous class setup, it was the exact same thing as this, except for sleight of hand and agility has been changed, and instead of Gambler, I took out Gambler and put it on Ready Up, because I felt like Gambler was giving me too many useless perks, like giving me fully loaded when it doesn't actually give you anything if you get out of your specialist bonus. Other than that, for my Honey Badger class, I still use Deadeye. A lot of people say, hey, Deadeye is an overrated perk, it doesn't do enough for a 5-point streak, and they would just rather get their specialist bonus earlier. I understand that. I use that on some of my guns. I don't use that on all my guns though. So Honey Badger is one of the ones I still use the Deadeye on. I think it's really useful in this because of how quickly it kills at long range with the Deadeye. Other than that, if you're trying to kill long range on it, especially on a bad host, you're really not going to be able to kill him without Deadeye, with a Honey Badger at least, depending on how long range is at. No, okay, yeah, tap it, bro. Alright, it really doesn't work that well if you're in a gunfight or something like that, so I would definitely keep it on for this gun. If you guys don't want to, feel free not to. But if you guys aren't going to use Deadeye, I would stick to the close range gunfights with this gun, or ones that you're not being contested in. Other than that, I'll go back to my original loadout. Sleight of hand is just good for the running and gunning. If you're in their spawn and you don't have sleight of hand on, that's the reason why I switched that out. I felt like you just weren't able to do it fast enough, so you had a lot of times where you're just like caught, where you're like, oh crap, I'm trying to reload and there's a guy coming at me. So I put that on there, and it seemed to work out a lot better than just having the agility on the original perk, although I still do really like agility. Soccer's just a no-brainer. It's a 3-point perk, which it takes up a lot of space, but it's definitely worth it in my opinion. If you're using an assault rifle, you definitely need it. SMGs are more mobile, so you don't really need it nearly as badly. But definitely with an AR, it just helps you out with it around the corner and stuff like that, instead of having to re-ADS, which is why I don't use Quick Draw. If you don't use Quick Draw, and you pretty much need Stalker, you can probably switch out the two, but I'm definitely a bigger fan of the Stalker. Deadeye, or Dead Silence, definitely, you know, you just need that for people with sound horn with their headphones. Everybody has them nowadays. Blah, blah, blah. Same thing with Amplify. Hopefully you have headphones. If you don't have headphones, go get a cheap pair, because some headphones are better than no headphones. Helps you out with your gameplay a lot. And those two are just like the whole being able to tow other people are without them being able to tow what you are. Focus, I really think Focus is a huge perk in this game. That's why I have it on my original loadout. I've tried putting my specialist bonus or package, something like that, where it's just in the first 3. Doesn't work out for me. Definitely like it in my first one, because if you get shot on without Focus, I feel like you would just bounce way too much and it's too hard to control. So I would definitely stick with Focus. I know some people don't like doing that until they get specialists, etc, etc. Do what you want. I would definitely put it on your original loadout. Scavenger is my first strike pack, or my first unlock in my specialist pack, because I think that it's good to have it early to get more scavenger packs. This way you're able to run around early in your streak to get ammo and fill up, instead of having to run around like a chicken, like I can't talk today. Run around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to find scavenger packs when you're on a bigger streak, like say 10+. I'd rather do it when I'm at a 3 streak and just get a bunch of them while I can, and then if I do die, it's like, oh whatever, I died off a 3 streak, rather than being like, oh, I don't have any ammo at 10, let me find some now. A lot of people say they wait till their 2nd or 3rd unlock. I'm not doing that. There's no way. Just not my preference at all. Hardline, one, it helps you get the 24 faster, but the reason I put it on earlier than at my actual specialist bonus at the 14 kills here is because you can get the assist counts for kills, so I definitely like doing that. You'll have times where it comes through, sometimes it won't work out. Either way, you're still at 24, so it's kind of one of those things you're taking a gamble on. Deadeye, I already went through Deadeye, but definitely I would say put that in there. If you want to take it off, you get your specialist bonus at like 7 kills, I think, with Hardline, with this specific setup. But, I mean, you're calling that one. I don't use it on my SC 2010 anymore. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Ready Up, and then Agility, and then just Resistances. The Ready Up, I switched out with Gambler. Like I said, just too many useless perks that I was getting with Gambler. It's still a 1-point perk. I don't really know if it does a lot, but hey, whatever. Hopefully it helps out with that 0.0001 second for your ADS, and maybe it'll come through in the clutch one time. If you guys want to switch that with something else, feel free. On my SMG class, which I'll show you guys in a minute, I switched out Ready Up with Takedown. Agility, you guys know I like Agility. I don't know why. It's just a really perk that I like, and I would definitely go with it if I were you guys. I think it's an underrated perk, in my personal opinion. A lot of people don't seem to use it. Not really sure why. Other people would prefer things like Ping. If you guys want to use Ping. I'm not using Ping, just not my preference. Feel free to switch that with any 2-point perk that you guys can think of that you guys think is better. I really want to stress that I think that agility is a perk that you guys should definitely consider using, unless you guys have a really good reason not to use it, because I think it's a great perk. Resilience is just so if you get in a gunfight and you fall off a cliff, you don't die. If you guys don't want to use that, again, just don't jump off cliffs. I'm going to want to jump off cliffs if I get in a gunfight, or even a small, like a staircase or something like that. I've found myself dying earlier on in gunfights when I don't have resilience on, so I don't know. You guys do what you guys want with that. Again, ICU, definitely use ICU. It helps you out with healing up so much faster. So if you guys get in a bunch of gunfights back to back to back, ICU is big for that, especially later on. You don't want to die because you outshot a guy and then you start poking out around a corner again before you're fully healed up, and then they pick you off with like one bullet. Just use ICU. Please, if you're going to pick one perk out of this, use ICU. In your specialist bonus, at least. Out of those 5 perks down there, I would definitely say ICU is the most useful one. And then blast shields just for the grenades, IEDs, random crap like that one. I don't really think that one needs explanation with how many people are just dumb with noob tubes. I will move on to my next class though. Remington, I don't really use the Remington that much. It's the exact same setup as my SC 2010 class which I'm about to go through, but I don't use it that much, so if you guys want to try different setups with this, feel free. I know people usually don't use this one. I'm using Red Dot Extended Mag. I've got a few KEMs with it, but it's just not my preference of guns because it doesn't shoot that fast. Okay, SC 2010, exact same setup as before that we're talking about, exact same perks, except for it does not have Deadeye. The reason I don't use Deadeye is I think this gun has more than enough damage. Long range, close range, medium range, all that, it's just an all-around great gun. I think it's the best gun in the game. If I were you guys, I would just use it like this. You get your specialist bonus earlier, you have things like the resistances I was talking about before, and I just don't think the Deadeye is going to do enough on that gun. I'm not going to take too much time explaining this class. I use Red Dot Extended Mag on this one as well. Extended Mag for stringing kills together, so feel free to do what you guys want with that. I forgot now, I didn't mention this before my Honey Badger class. On my Honey Badger class, I am using grip and extended mags. Please use that. Just don't you just get used to it. I don't like the iron sights. Okay, great. Don't use Red Dot. I can't use the Honey Badger with Red Dot. It seems to go all over the place. Just try that out, give it some time. If you guys don't like it still, do what you guys want, but I would definitely recommend using that for the entirety of playing with the Honey Badger. It's my most used gun. I just think it's what you guys should go with. FID, again, same exact setup as all the other perks, SC 2010 setup right here, and what I was using for the Remington. It's a 7 unlock for the specialist bonus, and on this one you could actually use the Deadeye if you want to. I've been like back and forth between the two. Do I want to use it? Do I not want to use it? This gun shoots really fast. It shoots really fast, but it also has a lot of damage. So I feel like getting the specialist bonus early isn't bad on this gun. So you don't really need the Deadeye. Deadeye could definitely be useful on this though, especially for long range stuff. But I mean, it has a ton of damage. I think it's one of the fastest killing guns in the game. So do what you guys want with that. Same setup, just grip and silencer. The iron sights on this gun take a little bit of time to get used to, but I would say it's worth getting used to for how well it does. MTAR. Okay, this class. I just threw this class together and I was like, you know what, whatever, let's try the MTAR. I've heard that it can do some damages. And my first 4 games with this gun and this setup, I got 7 KEM strikes, which I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was pretty ecstatic about that. 2 of them really good gameplays. I'm sure you guys will see them on YouTube sometime soon here. But I'll go through this real quick. Basically the same like core setup as the other classes. I've got the Dead Silence, Amplify, and Focus. The only thing that I took out on here was that I took out Stalker, and that was 3-point perk. So I was like, okay, well, what do I want to do with that? And Steady Aim is really good for SMGs, so I took out Steady Aim, or took out Stalker, put in Steady Aim, and then I also put in Ready Up. Steady Aim, definitely use Steady Aim on SMG class setups because you can just run around hip firing people. I did a hipfire challenge, so I was like, hey, you know, you should go for a KEM with only a hipfire. And I got it my very first game, so it's definitely worth doing. It's a good perk for all SMGs, I would say. I haven't used a lot of the other ones too much, but I would definitely say I would use Steady Aim on any SMG setup. Ready Up is just the same thing again. You're running a lot with an SMG, so if you're going to try to ADS, you might as well use it. Like I said, I hipfire a lot, so I don't know how useful that one is, but I couldn't really think of anything else that was better to put in there. I'm doing the 7-point specialist perk over here. You're not really going to do long range gunfights that much. The Deadeye I don't think is nearly as useful as just getting your specialist faster to get agility, because agility is nice with SMGs because you run faster. Takedown is the other thing that I switched out. I don't use this on any of my other classes, but I feel like Takedown is really good on SMGs because if you're running around corners, this will help you out a lot for them not knowing where you're at. If you're just running around the map, you kill somebody, they're like, hey, I don't see any skulls. Okay, they continue on their way, and you can hopefully get the jump on them. Other than that, resistances are the same exact thing: resilience, ICU, and blast shield. I'm running extended mag silencer. I don't really think that you need the grip on there, especially because you're hip firing so much. Don't challenge long range gunfights. Just don't do it. I get in trouble with that when I'm like, oh, I'm better than this kid. Let me, like, you know, just poke out this corner real quick and try to shoot him. I don't have grip, so it's just not a smart thing to do. And it's silence, so the damage rate is going to drop off very, very quickly. So just don't challenge long stuff. Just try to stick around corners and move around the map more carefully so you guys can be basically fairly close to them when you're shooting them. Either that or shooting them when they're not looking at you. One of the two. For my LMG class, alright, this is just my kind of like troll class setup. A lot of people like using the M27 IAR with silencer and rapid fire. It's really good if you want to run around and gun people down. This is my setup for shooting people through walls for way too long of a period of time. I do this a lot on Warhawk. It's really fun for me. I'm going to post a video on YouTube pretty soon about this, where I just got a KEM basically by firing through a wall for most of the round. And that's why I use the tracker sight and extended mags. The extended mags just help you keep ammo for a long enough period of time to shoot for a very long time, because if you're going to pick up 150 bullets per scavenger pack that you pick up, that's pretty big. So I don't know, that one's just kind of a troll setup. This is what I'm using. I'm not going to go through it all. It's the exact same setup as the other ones, but I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of a troll setup. People keep wanting to see this one, but I'm not really going to recommend this one because of how much success I've seen other people have with silencer and rapid fire. So try out one of those two, but this is the troll setup for Warhawk, because I don't think you're going to be able to do the silencer and rapid fire and fire through the wall that much unless you have ammo crates under you or something like that, because you just run out of ammo way too quickly with rapid fire. Either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and leave a like, tell me if you guys did good with these classes, etc, etc, and please subscribe if you guys have not. I will be posting more videos, and if you guys want more tips or something you guys want to see about my gameplay, please let me know, and I will try to get it out there for you guys. Thank you for watching.